My name is Kaleo Gambill, and I fight out of BJ Penn's Training and Fitness on the Big Island of Hawaii.
My name is Mangi, and I'm from Syndicate MMA from Tokoro.
Actually, I really don't even know too much about my opponent. They changed him last minute.
Nothing. That he's from America, and he's coming over to get a hiding. That's all I know.
My build-up for this fight, man, it was good. You know, I was actually training for another fight out in Hawaii, and I got this fight last minute. My fight got canceled due to weather, and then I just so happened I just got this spot on Team USA.
Doing a lot of sparring and rolling, but not dieting it. Still eating a McDonald's in it, but see how it goes.
Man, I'm just gonna stick to my game plan. You know, throw punches in bunches to make them, you know, put them in the fence, make them work, make them pay.
Just gonna take a water on, keep the pressure. It's gonna be a bloodbath tonight.
No, man. You know, if he wants a fight, we can just swing it out. But if he wants to go to the ground, we can go to the ground too. I have no problem being down there.
Knockout, KO, TKO, anything but decision. Good luck.
Good luck. May the best fighter win.
Just leave it for the ring.
Well, here we are heading into our first pro bout of the evening. Kaleo Gambill, training under the legend BJ Penn from Hawaii, 31 years of age, 186 centimeters tall, at 6'1.5", 76.4 kilos. He has one professional fight under his belt, but he has a 9-3 amateur record. Andrew Mangi, the 17-year-old from Tokoro, with 3 fights under his belt, but a lot of experience, a lot of height. He's giving away against this very well-schooled American fighter who looks to be in great condition. I don't think he's been training on McDonald's by the look of him.
No, and to be honest, Mike, the pedigree of BJ Penn, you've got to look at this boy and see what class we're going to see. Comes from a big club and a great trainer.
Well, exactly. This is a real test for Andrew Mangi, 17-year-old taking on a grown man at 31 years of age. A lot of development there. Combination of puppy fat and perhaps the McDonald's from the boy from Tokoroa. He'll grow into this and only gain from this experience. And let's see how he stacks up. Andrew Mangi, the Tokoroa boy, against Kaleo Gambill from Hawaii. Team America, trained by BJ Penn, and immediately apparent, the Hawaiian, the American fighter, much taller, using those long-range techniques against Mangi. Not really too sure what to do at this stage. Standing up. Nice little counter right hand, but he's open for a right hand himself. 8, a half shin, half knee. And you can see immediately just the way he's shuffling around, changing angles. Looking to secure a guillotine there. Now taking his back. I mean, it's just smooth.
Just a difference in class, you know, that's all.
Hook immediately, the left hook in, looking to flatten out Mangi. Very early in the fight to give up your back like that. Let's see what Mangi has to offer in terms of defense.
Both hooks in.
Kaleo just slipping off a little bit. Like to see Mangi raise his butt up.
He's a little bit high on his back.
Yeah, so more easily slipped off at this point.
Nice turn.
Yeah, and again, I would have liked to see Mangi there just push up, prop up on his legs, but rather than give the back up like that, now he really does have to defend the rear naked. Got wrist control though, Mangi. Not giving it up. You see inexperienced fighters often not quite sure what to do there.
He's defending the choke really well. He's actually really defending it well. He's pushed him onto his back, he's bridged up, he's covering, and he's turned.
Nice
great.
Turn there.
Armbar.
Gives up the arm. Now shorter limbs there from Mangi. Again.
Nice stack.
Stacks him nicely, drops him Rampage Jackson style. Well, not quite, but the intent was there.
Big raps to Mangi. I mean, he's fighting a class fighter here who's moving well.
Well, he's a strong boy.
He is.
We've already seen him show potential in his previous fights. Back to stand up. Mangi's he's showing no intention of giving up. Eats a nice knee there. A 1-2 combination coming back in. Just got to watch where he drops his head there. Doesn't want to go for that single with the head on the outside.
Mangi doesn't know he's not supposed to be good. You know?
Yeah.
It's great.
Look at him, he's trying to pull guard, but he's pulling guard on a single leg, Mangi.
And he's doing the guillotine. He's trying to do a stretch out guillotine, but he hasn't got both arms in. One's around the other. I like the guy. I like you.
You know, imagine this kid with a bit more experience and a nice little sweeping takedown there. But still,
class.
he's got a lot of work to do, Gambill. He's still got his head stuck in there, but the choke's not on right. He hasn't got the other arm in under to pull it up, so it's really just a question of waiting for the fatigue to set in and not giving
Gambill's just
Mangi.
got to be patient. Pick him off now, just work him over. And just wait, that head will slip out sooner or later. Or the end of the round, Mangi's arms will be gassed and it'll be no good for the second round.
Yeah, and this is where experience comes in. Mind you, you got to say, Mangi, very game at this point.
He's great. I love the boy. I think he's fantastic.
Yeah, Gambill is being patient.
He needs to double on that head, though, with those hits, mate. Body and head. And that'll make Mangi release that head a bit more.
Yeah. You can see I think he's been caught by surprise. Like, he hasn't gassed that arm yet. He's been in there for almost a minute. And Mangi's not letting go. He's holding on for dear life. You can see how Mangi would do well against less experienced fighters. Of course, a guy of Kaleo's experience will have spent a lot of time on the ground with world-class grapplers and used to being in these uncomfortable positions.
Yeah, but if Kaleo's not careful here, he could slide that hand underneath his chin, and Mangi could actually pull off a sneaky little guillotine.
You can see Mangi's trying to get it out under there. And now the arm's just starting to weaken now. You can just see that coming in.
But I'm still disappointed that Kaleo's not done any of those double hits up to the head.
Now, there he goes. Now, Mangi will be a little bit weary at this point, and we've seen this position
Nice
before.
stretch out, nice surfboard.
Really flattens him out nicely. He is a little bit high there, and part of that's because Mangi's so short.
Yeah.
You know, he disappears when he stretches him out.
But there's no power in these punches, mate. You know, there's no real power there.
Well, he's winning on points. He's looking to open up the neck for a rear naked. Now, and again, Mangi, rather than propping up on his legs, he's almost giving him his back, although he did well to scramble
It's a great
around.
reversal.
Reverses him,
It's a great
full guard.
reversal.
And let's see Mangi prop up now and see what he can do from the top.
Great.
Double-handed slap down from Mangi. I think it's pure instinct for this boy. You know, gosh, he'd be a nightmare in any one of a number of pubs around the place. 17-year-old, and look at him. He loves being in there. He's a happy man.
He is. I think the American boy's quite surprised. I mean, there's no worries that there's a difference in class. You can't really see the American boy lose here.
Well, unless he gets pulled by something unusual from Mangi. Again, unorthodox. And look, you know, he had the arm caught. He stacked him nicely, dropped him. He got taken down with a nice little foot sweep, full guard.
And now he's got into a nice little mount there from the rear. Those punches, there's just no power. He's not making Mangi lift his head.
Well, there's a face we all want to see do well in the UFC, James Tahuna. Well, he's certainly made an impact on the stage, and hopefully this young chap, Andrew Mangi from Tokoroa, one day can make his way on the UFC stage. But right now, he's up against Kaleo Gambill, the BJ Penn fighter from Hawaii. And let's see whether he can pull off an upset against the fighter from Team America. Gambill, I mean, he just has so much range. And clearly, even though he's not a confident stand-up fighter, he's got more than Mangi in the stand-up. Really, he can do a lot more work to break him down and perhaps break down his strength for when this tough young Māori boy gets on the ground. Oh, geez, he just dropped nastily there.
Yeah, but again, there's just no power there, you know? I mean, this is all heart from the Kiwi boy. And the American boy, it looks good, he's stylish, he's got all those things, but there's just no heart, there's no power. Mangi's, I'm in love with this boy. I think he's great.
Well, bit of man love, and they say you've got to have a bit of man love to enjoy your MMA. Chris Easley, an exponent of that. And here we go. You can tell I'm a stand-up fighter. Send in your complaints later.
That's all right, Mike. I know you've started to learn to do a bit of grappling. So really, the boy, Mangi's got him up against the cage now. He's going to work to try and hit him some more. But to be honest, I'm just a little bit disappointed. I know I've said the American boy's a lot of class, but I'm just a bit disappointed with him not being able to finish the fight.
And now he's turning himself off the cage. Nice work there. You can see technically he's a mile ahead of Mangi. I think perhaps he's been a little bit surprised by this kid who's just very, very strong and a little bit unorthodox. You know, as you said, sometimes you get these guys who do things they're not supposed to do, but they do it, and you know, it works. And Mangi here, we saw earlier on him posture up and go for the double slap. Let's see if we'll see it again. I'd like to see him just do a little bit of work from this point. He's a bit cautious about that arm of his. You notice wrist control there from Gambill. Briefly looked like he was
going for the armbar.
Going for the armbar.
It is so close.
Well, good work, good scrambling there from Mangi, getting his head out, not allowing Gambill to get the lockdown now. He's throwing in some shots of his own. The double-handed Mangi slap.
Great. It's great.
A bit of mongrel from the boy from Tokoroa. He's not taking anything lying down.
No.
2 big elbows from the top. Well, Gambill knows he's in a fight. He is not going to have this easy, the American, as we reach the halfway point of the second round.
Like I said, Mike, Mangi doesn't know he's supposed to lose to this guy, so he doesn't care. He doesn't care where he's from. He doesn't care how good this boy is. He just wants to smash him, and he don't care. I think it's great.
Well, he's using all the tools at his disposal. Trying to shuffle the hips out there. Gambill taking a few shots. I genuinely think he is surprised by this game, young teenage boy from Tokoroa. And look, everything's against Mangi. You know, this guy's come with a pedigree. He's got a good amateur background. See a bit of claret on the face there. You know, he's rolling with world-class fighters on a regular basis. Andrew Mangi will be making do with what he's got, the tools he's got. A great training job, obviously done by his trainers.
Yeah, sometimes though in the training gym, you're fighting guys the same all the time.
Well, here we go. There's a reversal there from Mangi, or rather from Gambill. He's been in this position before, flattened out.
He's not letting him get that other hook in though now, which is good.
He certainly knows. You know, he knows how to nullify this boy, mind you. The neck's in a little bit of trouble at this point.
He's got his chin down, he's got it covered. He's not letting him get his hand underneath. He's still
good
looking
defense,
after.
and now he's got wrist control.
He's got it off, and his turn. Let's see what he does.
I mean, it's good work. It's good scrambling from this tough young boy.
This boy's got talent, you know. He's raw as, but he's got a lot of talent and a massive heart.
Well, then they say about fighters, you can't teach heart. You can train all the techniques in the gym, but you simply cannot teach heart. You cannot teach the raw intestinal fortitude that this boy Mangi has got. Well, and he's pretty high up there, looking for the armbar, looking to spin off, but rolled with him nicely.
It was going to go for a sneaky little triangle there. He was going to slide his leg under, but Mangi turned into it and just nullified it.
He certainly knows what he's doing defensively on the ground. Been impressed by the way he's been able to nullify the taller, more experienced fighter. And Gambill's kind of at this point where I go, well, what do I do next?
Absolutely. He just doesn't know what to do with the boy.
And again, he's high up on the back at this stage. You know, Mangi's got the turtle defence down quite well. He's short, he's compact, he doesn't leave a lot, and he's survived into the third and final round. Well, again, Gambill, the fighter from Team USA, takes the round, but Mangi showed a lot of courage, particularly coming back from that early barrage. In fact, to get a takedown, he defended the armbar. And look at the way he just shrugs it off. Yeah, great strength, and comes back. Lets this big fighter from Hawaii, and physically he's a lot bigger. I can see Mangi losing 5 kilos and moving into a different weight class. He's just so strong, so tough mentally. Oh, Tamaiti, he's taking a break from playing paintball out in the Urueras, coming along for the third and final round right here at the Whakatane War Memorial Hall.
This American boy just does not know what he's come across. He's come across a young Kiwi boy who is scared of no one and will just fight anybody you put in front of him.
Well, definitely impressed by this young chap, Andrew Mangi. Doesn't know he's supposed to be a little bit intimidated. He's enjoying it out there. It reminds me a little bit of Mark Hunt. Short, stocky, tremendously gifted physically. Just hasn't had the experience and perhaps the training yet to take advantage of it. And he is really making life difficult for Kaleo Gambill, the BJ Penn fighter from Hawaii. This is an international professional bout. We're here in the third and final round. Be interesting to see whether Kaleo stays on the outside, uses that range.
Well, Kaleo's just clean. He's like a clean piece of paper with nothing on. Mangi is just a bit of rough, and I really like him.
Well, Chris Easley admitting he likes a bit of rough. Big rib kick there, knee just missing the mark. Mangi dropping his head badly, to be honest, against a fighter with a little bit more savvy stand-up, but he's taking a battering from the outside. But again, fakes the overhand right, gets in.
Pins against the cage.
And look at the way Gambill, he's doing all the right things. He looked to push the head out, he spreads, he prevents the takedown, he switches nicely, looks to get that arm.
He's got his arm in, he's looking to turn him. He'll probably go for a key lock if he can. Yeah, he's got it on now.
He's looking for that.
My money's on him not getting.
Of course, the longer the fight goes on, the more fatigued you are and the slipperier you are. It's not like in perhaps traditional jiu-jitsu where you've got a gi, or perhaps if you're bouncing in a pub where you've got a shirt you can grab on.
He's had to let it go, and he's going for a single leg. It's just Mangi. I think Kaleo just doesn't have it within him to just defeat this boy. He's going to win on points. He's beating him by class, but I just don't think he has it in him.
And, a little bit more experience from Mangi. And he's doing the right things, the head's in nicely on that single. He's not getting it because Kaleo Gambill, too experienced to give it to him, too stable. But he's giving it a nudge.
He's doing really well, but like you say, it just lacks that class. I mean, Kaleo should be putting this key lock on. He should be ripping it up over Mangi's back, and he should be breaking Mangi's shoulder.
Yep. Never one to do things by half. Chris Easley. Fortunately, we have one of our most experienced referees in there, Neil Swales. Just keeping an eye on the action.
There it goes.
And there you go. He's looking for that key lock, but he's not giving anything away for free, is he? It's like you got to pay. You're in a fight. You don't come to New Zealand. Mr. Gambill expect anything for free.
Well, it's just like, I don't care you've got my arm. I don't care you're going to do a key lock. It's not going to work.
No, he steps out and back to the stand-up. And he has done well with the stand-up. Mangi could do well with it, probably doing a bit of stand-up on his own. He's a little bit lost out there. And that overhand right.
It's about his only weapon, really, isn't it?
Yeah, you're not going to see a lot of jabs from him. Look at the height disparity between the two. But he's game, he's brave. He's getting potted from the outside. Those are just pitter-pat punches from Gambill. He's there for the uppercut, to be fair, or a big knee. And if you can time it, and with Gambill, I'd be confident of, setting your feet and throwing those big shots because he knows he can defend on the ground against this guy.
Yeah, he's just got no big shots though, mate. He's got to get it.
Pulls guard, goes for...
He's going for a key lock. He's going for a key lock.
He's still got the key lock on. I thought he might have slid around for an omoplata.
Yep. That's what it used to be called before it was omoplata, when judo boys did it a few thousand years ago. It's called a key lock.
And he's got the arm locked out straight, and you can hear his corner telling him what to do. He's trying to turn that arm over.
Mangi's defending it well. He's stopping him from getting his hips round.
Well, he's not far off. It's a question of centimetre, and Mangi doing well here, but now he's in a full guard, a full mount rather. And let's see if Gambill will rain down shots. And we've seen this again. The turtle defence from Mangi, and Kaleo really finding it hard to stay. And to be honest, I've got to say, I'd go for a different game plan. It hasn't worked for him. He hasn't been able to get the back. He hasn't been able to finish him.
He should spin round, use those knees into the body. Now, take that side control, pin the head, and start kneeing into the body. Open Mangi up. He's doing nothing to open him up.
And spreading him out there quite nicely, but again, we've seen that already. He's managed to get him spread out, but then where does he go to from here? 30 seconds down in this third and final round. Andrew Mangi from Tokoroa. He didn't know this was a fight he was supposed to lose. He's still there. The Hawaiian boy, he's older, he's tougher, he's stronger. He's got a much more experienced record under his belt. Mangi there, oh, he's loving it.
He's not going to give in. That boy's not going to, he's going to die before he gives in.
Well, the expression die fighting comes to mind. Andrew Mangi a Māori warrior in every sense of the word. Gambill will not be able to finish him. There's the bell. 3 rounds, the American wins, but Andrew Mangi wins the hearts of the crowd here at the War Memorial Hall in Whakatane.
Yeah, Mangi just stayed there. He lived with him, the American threw everything he could at him, and there was nothing there.
Well, I mean, look, he's getting peppered, you know, from the outside, doesn't really know what to do. Pepper pot punches there from the American fighter.
Mangi wants more.
Mangi says, come on, is that all you got? And just game. He really didn't let the American off. And
I want to see this boy, how he develops.
well, I'd love to see him, you know, with more experience under his belt. Well, the decision was never in doubt from the start of the bout. I mean, he's pretty happy, Gambill. He knows he's been in a tough fight.
I felt good. He's a really tough kid, real strong. I didn't expect that from him. Being here reminds me of being in my homeland in Hawaii, and you know, everyone here is very respectful. I appreciate that, and I can feel like the mana here. You know, everybody's real solid to their roots.
Well, let me tell you, bro, you're welcome to come back to Aotearoa anytime you want.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Didn't want to get knocked out or lost by decision.
You did yourself proud, my bro.
Took it all.